Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your game summary for the day, Saturday, January 4th, 2025. Let's see what happened today in the Premier League. Um, the game between Aston Villa and Leicester City ended up with 2-1. Aston Villa winning. Ross, excuse me, Ross Barkley scored at the minute 58, and Stefe Medvedi from Leicester City scored the equalizer. Then Leon Bailey at the minute 76 scored the winner. According to the stats of this game, we had 13 shots from Aston Villa, 5 on target, 4 total shots from Leicester City, and 2 on target. Unfortunately, this is another lose for the new coach, Ruud van Nistelrooy, who has been struggling with this team. So we'll see. Hopefully, in the future, he can figure out a way to turn things around. Possession of the ball was 61% for Aston Villa and only 39% for Leicester City. And Aston Villa had 6 corners, while Leicester City had only 2. So this shows a little bit of a domination from Aston Villa in this game. Let's see. Aston Villa are at the 8th position with 32 points. The last 5 games, they won 2, they lost 2, and they draw in 1 game. On the other hand, Leicester City, they lost the last 5 games and they are at the 19th position. This is not a safe position for them. They need to work harder if they want to stay. So there will be a big fight between them, Southampton and Ipswich Town, and potentially Wolves and Everton, who is going to be able to stay in the Premier League this year. And potentially even Manchester United, because they are at the 14th place. Okay, let's move to the next game. The next game was between Crystal Palace and Chelsea. I believe Chelsea was winning. Palmer scored at the 14th minute, but they could not keep the winning score. And John Philip Matata scored at the 82nd minute of the second half, and the game ended up 1-1. And let's look at some stats here. Crystal Palace, they had 13 shots, 6 on target. Oh my God! Chelsea had 15 shots and only 1 on target that they scored. Crazy. Position of the ball. Chelsea had 62% and Crystal Palace had 38%, which means Chelsea was controlling the game more, but Crystal Palace was doing a good job defending. Let's look at the corners. 6-6. This is telling me that Crystal Palace was doing a very good job in their counterattack. Let's look at the standing in the table here. Chelsea is still in the 4th place with 36 points. The last 5 games, they draw 2, they lost 2, and they won 1. Chelsea needs to what can I say? They need to put things together. They need to work hard if they want to stay involved in the competition for this title, because the other teams are not dropping point, or some of them are dropping point, like Arsenal today. We'll see what Liverpool is going to do tomorrow, and Nottingham Forest on Monday. Crystal Palace is at the 20th, I believe. Sorry, they are at the 15th position with 21 points, 2 draws, 2 wins, and 1 loss in the last 5 games. Okay, let's move to the next game, ladies and gentlemen. Brighton and Arsenal. Arsenal again. This is one of the teams that are competing for the Premier League this year. They dropped point today. They were winning, I believe. And Ethan Nwaneri scored at the 16th minute, but Pedro scored the equalizer at the 61st minute from a penalty. Yeah, so this is not good news, I guess, for Arsenal and Arsenal fans. We'll see. Let's look at these stats here. Total shots for Brighton, it was 11, 4 shots on target, 9 shots for Arsenal, and only 3 on target. So position again, 56% for Arsenal, 44% for Brighton. And the corners, they were 5 for Arsenal and 2 for Brighton. I'm surprised that Arsenal could not convert at least 2 or 3 of these corners, of these 5 corners, into goals, because they have been doing a fantastic job with their set pieces, especially from corners. Okay, Arsenal is still at the second position with 40 points behind Liverpool, 45 points, and missing 2 games. Nottingham Forest is at the third place. So Nottingham Forest is going to play on Monday, and Liverpool is going to play tomorrow against Manchester United. On the other hand, Brighton is at the 10th place. It's a safe position for them. They have 28 points and 4 draws in the last 5 games and 1 loss. Yeah, these guys need to get it together and start winning. Anyway, let's move to the next game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. This is when the bees start stinging. Brantford. The bees were on mission today. They were swarming Southampton, and they won by 5-0. And this is what I was talking about in the last game against Arsenal. I was surprised the way they played, but anyway, great. Today they were able to win. Good for them. Let's see some statistics here. They had 20 shots on target, 20 shots and 11 on target. Southampton, they had 8 shots and 1 on target. Position of the ball, 49% for the Bees, Brentford, and actually 51% for Southampton. So it was a really close. On the other hand, they had 2 corners each. So the game was very, what can I say, balanced, but 5-0 in the others, in the Southampton field. That's crazy. I'll tell you, man, that is really crazy. Good for them. Let's look at the stands here. Brentford is at the 11th position with 27 points. The last 5 games, they lost 3, won 1, and they draw 1. On the other hand, Southampton is at the end, is the last team on the table here with 6 points, 4 losses, and 1 draw in the last 5 games. Yeah, this is a tough season for them. Hopefully they can figure something out. Let's move to the next game between Bournemouth and Everton. This game ended up with 1-0 for Bournemouth, and the scorer was David Brooks at the 77th minute. Statistics here: 19 shots for Bournemouth and 8 shots for them on target. Everton had 9 shots, 0 on target, and 40% position for Everton, and 59% for Bournemouth. So I guess when it came to corners, Bournemouth had nine corners and the Everton only had 3. Let's look at the stands. Sorry, I'm speaking fast here, I feel. Bournemouth is at the 7th position with 33 points. That's a good position for them. They can still fight for some European positions in the first 5, or the first 5 positions. We'll see. The last 5 games, they draw 3 times and they won 2. That's not bad, actually. Looking at Everton is, what can I say, is sinking. They are at the 16th position, two losses, and three draws in the last five games. Okay, let's move to the other game between this way or that way? This way. Yes, Man City 4 and West Ham 1. That's crazy. Man City, with this result, is giving signs of what can I say? Promising signs for their fans. And honestly, it's good. If Man City is good, means the Premier League is going to be good too. So we'll see. Who scored first? Man City, of course. Vladimir Kofal at the 10th minute. Actually, that was an own goal from West Ham. Okay, I was wondering about the name Vladimir. And Erling Haaland back to the scoring goals, scoring two today. One at the 42nd, 42, and the one at the 55th minute of the second half. And Foden also is back to it and scoring the fourth at the 58th minute of the second half. Now, looking at the stats, wow, this is crazy. West Ham had 17 shots. Wow, it's crazy. Then they only had four on target. On the other hand, efficiency from the Pep team, 10 shots and seven on target. Good job, Man City. Position of the ball, 56% for Man City and only 44% for West Ham. Looking at some corners, 7 for Man City, 1 for West Ham. The stands, Man City as is the sixth with 34 points. I am not sure about the chances in the Premier League this year if they can win, but I'm sure, or they have big chance to be in the the, the they can be maybe and the fourth, maybe we'll see, or third. We'll see what the other teams are doing. Are they going to be dropping points or no? The last five games, they had two wins, two losses, and one draw. On the other hand, West Ham, ladies and gentlemen, had two losses, two draws, and one win, and they are sitting at the 13th place with 23 points. Awesome. Next game. Boom, or our last game for today. Tottenham versus Newcastle. Spurs lost again 2-1. Dominic Solanke scored first for Tottenham, so Tottenham were winning, but they ended up losing at the end. Anthony Gordon scored at the 6th minute for Newcastle, and Alexander Isak scored the winner at the 38th minute. That is crazy. Actually, I think I like the I like the nickname for Newcastle. I think they're called the Magpies or something like that. I think that's a cool name. I'm gonna get some water. Sorry guys if I'm speaking so fast, but I just felt like there were so many games to cover. Let's look at some statistics here. Tottenham had 13 shots on total and 4 on target. Very similar. Newcastle had 14 shots and 4 on target. Position of the ball, Tottenham had 57% and 43% for Newcastle. Corners, very close also. Newcastle had 10 and Tottenham had 9. So let's look at the table here. Newcastle is the 5th. This is a good position for them with 35 points. They have chances to finish in the first four this year. 100% they can do that if they keep winning. On the other hand, Tottenham is not in a great position for a big team like them. They are at the 12th. What can I say? At the 12th position with 24 points. The last 5 games they had 3 losses, 1 win, and 1 draw. And Newcastle had 5 wins in the last 5. That's amazing. Good for them. Yeah, I believe these are the all games they had today. Tomorrow we're gonna have Liverpool versus Manchester United. This game is going to be fun. I'm going to be doing a live watch along for this game, so please make sure to join me. Let's share our passion for football, and have some fun moments. On the last game is going to be for uh, for Nottingham Forest against Wolves, and this game is going to take place on Monday, January 6th. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be. I'm not going to be doing watch along for this game, but for sure for tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow the game will be fun. We can enjoy some football, some moments from both teams. I believe Liverpool they are going to try to make the gap bigger between them and the rest of the other teams behind them. While Man United, they are going to use this opportunity against a big team like Liverpool to get back to the winning column and start building up. Amorim is having a big challenge to face the mastermind Arne Slot. So we'll see what the Portuguese had prepared and what the Dutch had prepared. It is going to be fun. Also, make sure to watch um, my preview for Manchester United versus Liverpool. And also, I am going to be bringing you guys, especially Liverpool fans, a presentation or a video about the Liverpool philosophy, if you want to call it the Liverpool machine. So, yeah, thank you so much again, and enjoy the rest of your day, and peace, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.